stream in a good while now, like a morning coffee or discussion. Um, we're just severely, heavily censored, so it's kind of gotten to a point where I should have started a YouTube channel, or I should have started on social media this week instead of doing it for the last 12 years. Uh, should have started this week, and I probably would be doing or gaining more ground, right? Or doing better. But yeah, it's what things were said is becoming a major problem, and predictions we made and things that we spoke about are everything's happening years down the road. Hey, T. Lawton, how you doing, bud? So yeah, so people are. I'm getting an overwhelming, um, just an overwhelming attention of people messaging me. Um, how come you're not going live anymore? How come you're not doing your morning coffees? How come you're not doing average mic? How come you're not doing all your shows? What happened? And it just goes down to like being severely shadow banned, right? I thought there was a little inkling of hope with TikTok, and we got shut down on TikTok big time, like big time. I can't get more than 4 views on a video, and you can't even go find Mike Martins on TikTok. Go find Mike Martins. You won't even find me. So, um, for some reason, it's what we said, what we predicted, what we discussed. Um, I got a food haul video I did back in 2018 with a food haul showing people the food I bought and what it's costing. And it got taken down for medical misinformation. So, um, a few weeks back or a month ago, it got taken down for medical misinformation. So, um, I'm thinking what's happening is somebody wants to make a food haul video, but then it seems similar to mine, and they basically just delete my video for medical misinformation and allow the real influencer to make the video, right? So, hello, good sir, thank you. We got Sandy there. Thanks for the donation, Sandy. You sent me bought me a coffee. Uh Petrama Gilbert. I hope I pronounced that right. But that's what's been happening, folks. I just a lot of our discussion word salads are. We had a really interesting Mike in the Night. If you want to go on Rumble to watch it, because we're not allowed to speak freely on YouTube. If you want to go on Rumble, you could see the episode of Mike in the Night. I made up a phrase where how that lady got cancer, and I basically, that princess or whatever she is got cancer, and I said basically um, that they bought a ticket to the Titanic and they weren't told it was going to sink, metaphorically, and you know what we're talking about, right? So metaphorically, like these elites, and then I said, there's definitely a war between the elites. There is definitely a war between the elites, and we see it with now people that took something that we've been warning you guys about forever not to, and now we basically said they got a ticket to the Titanic and they weren't told it was going to sink, and this is definite proof there is a war between the elites, and that's what we said. And two major platforms actually took what we said on the show a few days later and actually made it gospel, and people are like, there's definitely a war between the, like, they're taking what we said with the whole Titanic thing and the whole metaphor and actually took that. And I don't get credit for any of it. I've never gotten credit from anything. I've never gotten on like a channel except Uneducated Economist. I've been on his channel, and that's about it. I've never been around. I've never been invited to anything else all these years. Everything we're talking about is happening. Everything we are, everything that we prophesized is happening. Um, but it's almost at a point right now where it's like, like it's no one's getting the message. right? And when people can't find me, it becomes frustrating, right? Three of my friends have fast acting cancers. Yes, says Monica, 100%. We did a Mike in the Night, March 2021, where we were talking about tsunami of turbo cancers to hit. We had, I think it was Dr. Lloyd, Dr. Lloyd, cancer specialist from Halifax. I think it's, yeah, on the show explaining to us what was happening. But we just couldn't get our voice out. We got our voice out through other platforms, taking our stuff, our word salads, discussion pieces, headlines, intros, like, I mean, anything you could think of. And we did get the word out through other bigger platforms, right? So can doctors, doctors are puzzled. They knew damn well what it is. Yep. Hey, Sandy, how's it going? So, and so I spoke to, this is a really interesting one I want to let you guys know. So I was talking to my accountant the other day, and I'm getting my taxes ready, and my income that I make on social media goes into the corporate account, and then I declare the income. And he got my paperwork. He's like, I see you on social media all the time. Like, I need your social media income. I need to add that. So this way, if you get audited, you're not going to get in trouble. Let's like give me the social media income. Like, I'm like, I gave it to you. I made $700 in donations last year for the whole year. And he's like, what? He's like, and then he told me, I know a lady I'm doing taxes for. She started a YouTube channel 9 months ago. Okay. And she's making 2 to 3 thousand, 5,000 a month in extra income to help her with extra income. And she just started 6, 7, 8 months ago. It's not even, it's a brand new channel. And YouTube's promoting her and everything's going up. And she's getting a couple of grand a month. And I'm like, holy crap. He's like, I'm like, I don't have anything. I could show you the bank accounts, all the statements, which I did. He's like, yeah, I don't have nothing, dude. I didn't make anything on social media. He is absolutely puzzled. He is. Then asked me politely. He's like, why are you doing this for? It's like, why? Like, what's the point? Like, doesn't make any sense. Like, to kind of put yourself out there, especially with some of the stuff we talked about and warning people about and discussing about and predicting and putting yourself out there and putting yourself in harm's way when, like, it's not getting you anywhere, right? Like it's almost like one of those little things, right? So we got Leah Lab saying, "Hey Mike, long time. Silent Walk. They warned, but uh, didn't take heed. The more idiotic the channel is, the more they make." It's not even that, Silent Walk. It's there's that lady with that video, the YouTube channel that we were exposing on Rumble. We couldn't do it, and she has full Tucker Carlson videos talking full blown about stuff, and and I got a video taken down for medical misinformation from 2015 or 2016 for a food hall video I made. Right, so I kind of understand I'm not welcome on social media. I understand that. And it goes back to my younger years. And this is what it's ringing in my, is when, like, there's a couple of, like, big corporate company, like, corporate fast food chains I worked for. We had to hide the fact that we were Portuguese because they wouldn't hire us. And they hired somebody from my high school, and they told the employer I was Portuguese, and they fired me on the spot. Then that happened at a produce place. I have all the T4s to back it up, everything. I worked at a produce food center, and they hired in a new produce manager, and he came in and said, I don't work with Portuguese, I want them gone. So they fired 4 of us. And then another place I was working, a big place, a financial institution, and the branch manager did not like Portuguese people because I got transferred to it, and they let me go really harshly for that. Mind you, the financial company paid me for a whole year because they knew I wasn't making it up. So they're like, ooh. So they paid me for a whole year on payroll. So here's the deal, guys. That's how I'm feeling with social media too. It's like there's certain people or certain that just are not allowed to be part of the game, right? Same thing on Rumble. I think I got 7 subscribers since October of last year, right? Um, I just can't move anywhere. TikTok has completely shut me down. I can't speak on TikTok. I'm getting 1 to 3 video. I used to get 400 to 4,000 views per video on TikTok. Now I'm getting 4 views on TikTok per video. So I just don't know what to do anymore because I'm not gaining any ground. I'm not going anywhere. But the message is getting out. Like the videos and all the stuff we made, all the discussion we made is being picked up by other platforms. There's a guy, I think he's in Pakistan, and he made a video, 5 reasons not to come to Canada. He actually took my video from 2018, 5 reasons why you shouldn't, or research why, be careful coming to Canada, right? Be careful. And he actually took my entire video and remade it about 8 months ago. He's got like 4 million views, right? So when you're putting stuff out there and you're just not going anywhere, right? It really hurts. It really hurts when you've put in a good chunk of your life into it. It really hurts when you've put so much into it, like, you know. I've already done a separate channel. My voice is recorded, so I've done a video game channel, and I read the comments on the video game reviews I've done. That was back in 2018, 2017. I did a separate channel, and people are like, "Why isn't YouTube recommending this? This is a great channel, and this and that." And the channel is called Handheld Junkie, and it has to do with handheld gaming. And all I do is review like Game Boy games, Game Gear games, Nintendo Switch, DS games, and just handheld games, right? And it was a really, really well made, really well cut, edited, pasted, really well done channel. You could look it up, Handheld Junkie. It probably won't even come up if you look it up. And they just wouldn't allow it to grow. They wouldn't allow it. For the first couple of weeks, it grew, and then they realized, oh, it's that guy, and they cut me right off the channel, right? They cut me right off of it, so I could have subsidized, and I don't even have it on my my list here of subscribers, but I don't even have it on my, and so a lot of people tell me, oh, you should be doing other reviews and stuff. You're a good talker, you're a good speaker, blah blah blah. But man, where is this damn thing? Okay, it looks like there it is. So here's the channel I made, like this, that was off topic. And I actually really, look at this, I actually took the time to edit videos, and look, let's see if it even plays some of it, look. And I actually made about 70 videos I reviewed, and I really did a good job on this, and unfortunately, there it is right there. And I even used my own gameplay to review it. Plow or a harvester or a cropper or a fertilizer thing. You just don't add it. And that's and that channel was way ahead of its time. That was like, if you look at the work I put into it, I couldn't get past 1,200 subs. They cut me right off. Right. So that's that, guys. I just wanted to, because I'm getting this overwhelming demand from people to do my morning coffees, to do more live streams, to do, and the problem is, it's not getting out, and it's not fairly being distributed, right? No telling how many lives or truther channels saved during the sham of the century. I did everything I could, folks. I had to go on Odyssey. I had to go on other platforms, and I was even shadow banned on there too, because Odyssey and Rumble and those channels, they want to be YouTube. They don't want to be dealing with court settlements and content creators getting sued. They don't want to deal. They just want to be YouTube. They want to censor people and basically have the Rumble heroes and do what they want to do, right? Someone saying right is enough to drive you nuts, and that's what it was. It just got to a point where, right? It just got to this point where it got to that point, right? And so I'm like CBDCs are in the news today, and it's like I try to make these clever type videos without saying anything. Like on YouTube, I would surgeon heart issues and heart complications in Australia explained in depth. So I had to be really careful how I made my videos because they would take it down for medical misinformation. Right? And Spawn the programmer is saying you did your best. Mark Simpson is saying keep fighting. I'm going to keep doing my Mike of the Night. Like I'm going to retire it at the end of the year. And if you guys missed the last Mike of the Night, it was really good, man. We got some pretty good callers on. We got Kevin J. Johnson on. It's been a month and a half since we had him back on. And I have it pinned on the top if you guys want to watch it. 552 Mike of the Night. What a great show. If you go to realmikemartins.com, it goes to my Rumble channel. And if you go to mikeinthenight.org, mikeinthenight.org goes to this playlist. So I'm putting up all the Mike of the Nights that I can, going back. And then some of them get really intense. I'll let you guys read the screen. I can't say it because it would get me like seriously shut down here. And some of these videos, like, so they're reposts. So when you see this 10 months ago, or you see a video here from like a certain time, and the time doesn't match the video, it's because they're reposts, right? So these are a lot of reposted. So they're older videos that I put up and put them in order, right? Like this one right here is a big deal, right? So I can't read that. So you guys can read that. And yeah. And if we keep going further and further back, we're going back into the 2021, 2020, 2019 episodes here. And read this one, guys. If you could read this, if you could see the screen right there. Thousands on Twitter say they were regretting taking the... So we were... This wasn't 8 months ago. This is an older video. So it's an older video that we did that we reposted, right? And I just wanted to share this with you guys. So mikeinthenight.org, you could go back to all these episodes and you could see it for yourself and kind of get an... this one was good. 392. The Dark Side. Don't take the social credit score update. Right? And this was aired in November 2021. And 394. And this 390 was good. Look at that. Read that. So we couldn't say any of this stuff on any other platform. We were... they're planning a war via taxes. So mikeinthenight.org gets you guys over to our playlist. I'm gonna keep putting over once a week. I'll put up a Mike in the Night from you for you guys. I'll put up a video for you guys of an older one if you guys wanna catch up. If you guys want to catch up. Hey Rick Hunter in Sports, what's up, buddy? If you guys want to catch up, you could do that. Last episode was really, really good. Let's see if I could get some of the show you guys some of the So we got Supreme Cannon on here.
No, yeah, I'm ranting a little bit there, sure, but the kids today, right, get past a certain age.
And we had Kevin here. And we had, we're covering all kinds of headlines and just we just unfortunately can't do this on many platforms. So there's the 224 there. Sorry, 552. If you guys want to check it out, you're more than welcome. Yeah, just go mikeinthenight.org and that will take you over to the playlist of all the shows. Because people keep asking me for a playlist of the shows, or they want to watch something a bit older, or they want to hear other guests that have come on. So it's like that there. So if you guys want to check it out. Silent Walk says, thanks, Mike. Yeah, man. I've put my time in. I've worked hard. I've it's been a long road. It's been a nice long road on social media. It was a good learning experience for me. I met a lot of great people like you guys and all that stuff. And yeah, I think what's gonna happen is what's really cool, and was when I went to Seattle. I went to Seattle for 5 6 days. I went for the sixth day was travel, but I really enjoyed my stay in Seattle. You can watch. I put up some videos on YouTube for you guys about Seattle, and the city was spotless. I saw three homeless people the whole time I was there, and I'm talking in the arena where the climate pledge arena, all around the space, all around, blocks and blocks away, alleyways. I made videos of everything. I might make a little short, maybe make a 7 8 minute video about it, but yeah, Japan banned the yes, and there's still crickets. Yeah. So what happened was, yeah, I was down in Seattle, and I had people that recognized me. I had about I stopped counting after 15 16 people. Um, People just recognized me everywhere. When I was out at the mall, I went into the candy store. There's a candy store, like just Candy Shack. So I went with my kids. We walked in. We're looking around. She's like, "Oh my god!" The lady's like, "Yes." She's like, "I know you. My brother watches you." And she has this big Bostonian accent from Boston. She took a selfie with me and said, "Oh my God, my brother will never believe that I met you or whatever. My brother watches your show. He even bought a mug from you, and I think he has a T-shirt. He loves watching Mike in the Night. I think he lives outside of Fall River, somewhere in Massachusetts. I didn't ask her exactly, but she told me that my brother loves you, man." I'm like, wow. Then I had people in malls stopping me. It's like, hey, aren't you that guy? One guy called Merritt, BC. Marriott, BC. Marriott, BC. It's crazy. I had about 16, maybe to 20 people contact. Well, it's not 20 people. It's like one person with three others or one person with another person. And people on the streets were like, wait, I know you from somewhere. Like, I know you from somewhere. And I'm like, and some people knew who I was right off the bat. Some people knew who I was. And that's just in the Seattle area. I was very shocked with the amount of people that actually knew who I was. And somebody was saying, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, is Joe Rogan still stealing your stuff?" And people were like, kind of like joking with me and stuff, right? And no one meant any harm. Everyone was really polite that knew me, and it's real. A security guard recognized me. Um, Immediately, he recognized me. He's like, he was waving his like walkie-talkie like at me. It's like he came over, shook my hand, and says, "I want you know." Um, so yeah. So that was really nice that I actually was face to face and in contact with people that actually know who I am. I've never it happened. Okay, I went to Vancouver, and I'm going to tell you guys a Vancouver story in another time. But went to Vancouver this past Monday because my wife's passport needs to get fixed. Her Filipino passport needs to be renewed, and there was a gentleman there that's saw me, stopped me, at the World Trade Center and Canada Place, shook my hand, and he's from Olympia. And his wife is getting her passport done at the from Olympia, Washington. His wife was getting her passport done in Vancouver too, because it's closer than San Francisco. So she was getting it done, and he stopped me in the foyer downstairs, shook my hand, and told me that he's originally from Michigan and that he's an alumni from Michigan State, and his mom and his grandma were Michigan State University alumni. He was an African American gentleman, and he was very nice to me. He was so polite, and he took a selfie with me, and he just really enjoys the work. And that was in Vancouver in a consulate in a you know, but yeah, it's just interesting how I'm out there or people know of me, but I'm not getting the reach through the social media at all, right? I'm completely shut down on Facebook. I'm completely shut down everywhere. And it's kind of weird how you go out and people know you or approach you and know you from somewhere or even know you by name or even know the town you live in, but it just doesn't add up. Nothing adds up, right? I used to love Seattle. It was awesome. Do a Patreon. I did a Patreon and then they banned me. They banned me on Patreon in 2020 or 2021. They banned me on Patreon permanently. I'm permanently banned on Patreon. I don't know if my page is still up or they took it down. And then I don't know if I think I got an email 4 or 6 or a year later telling me I never bothered with it after. Right? So this was the time when Stefan Molyneux was got kicked off of Patreon. I think this was a while back, and I'm thinking that yeah, I got kicked off of it too, pretty hard because of the whole money laundering stuff I was exposing with the Chinese communists laundering money into our real estate via fentanyl sales and killing our youth, right? And that was a big problem for a lot of platforms, right? So, who else is out there? Seattle was a cool place years ago. Uh, Silent Walks in the House. Kevin's content. Kevin has great content on his channel. Of course he does. And not too much happening in the chat here. No worries, guys. I'm going to start getting ready to open my store soon. But I just wanted to talk to you guys for a little bit because a lot of people are asking about my absence. And what about the website with exclusive content and weekly update newsletter for a fee? No, um, it's not worth it. It's not. It's just too much work to put into that, and it doesn't. It doesn't. It's not. It's not about the money anymore, folks. And people are like, "Oh, here's Mike not getting paid from social media." It's not that anymore. I'm past the money thing now. It's the fact that the message doesn't get out, and then when it gets out, it's through another platform, right? That whole thing took me for that whole thing we did on Mike in the Night when I said, I'm telling you guys, here's proof there's a war between the elites. These people are getting cancer. The royal family is getting cancer. They bought a ticket to the Titanic and they weren't told it was going to sink. And we said that, the timestamps on the video. And like 2 major platforms took that whole allegory that we took word for word. And they're like, yeah, you know what he's saying? He's saying this. And I'm like, and someone sent me a clip. Look what this guy's saying. And I'm like, I sent him a video to ours, and like, yeah, the timestamps at this time. This is when we said it before him. It's like, yeah, this is getting to a point where it's just becoming. It's just I don't know. It's just becoming like it's just weird, right? Is it because I spoke to someone that's been on social media for a bit on and off, and they told me my problem is that I'm too honest. That's my problem. Your problem is you're actually honest, Mike, and that's the problem you're having. Is you're not lying. You're not coming here to lie to people. So that's a big problem. So So that's so we're getting a lot of digital currency. Digital. I got a lot of emails. Look, digital currency. They're going to implement this, and it's like, man, there it is right there. 3 years ago, trying to launch digital currency. Digital currency race to enslave humanity 3 years ago. Building a digital prison. Bank of Canada lays groundwork for digital currency to control spending 4 years ago. Congress creates U.S. digital dollar tied to social credit score 4 years ago. Canadians to withdraw money from banks. No confidence in government. It's just one like I keep getting a lot of the same people, like people messaging me certain things and look what's happening with this, look what's happening with that. It's like, I mean, what do I do? Do I remake the same video I made 3 years ago, or 4 or 5 years ago? Like, what do I do? Like, I don't want to stay current. I want to be more in the future with things, right? Yeah. Hey, buddy, Canadians don't have disposable income anymore. So let's go to my favorite number, $200. For some reason, $200 is is a very special number here in Canada. $200. So there's somebody said Canadians have no disposable income. So here it is right here. Canadians going bankrupt. 46% of Canadians $200 or less away from financial insolvency 5 years ago. And there's a couple of videos with that $200 away. Maybe if I type in Canadians going bankrupt, and you'll see what I'm talking about here. And Canadians going bankrupt, crazy pace. Insolvency climbs 9.2% 5 years ago. Canadians who can't pay their debt has economists worried. 102,000 consumer bankruptcies 4 years ago. Bankruptcies booming in Canada. People taking on too much debt to keep up with inflation 5 years ago. Canadian consumer insolvencies jumped 22% higher, still below 2019 levels, the year of the protest. So there it is right there. These are all our videos that we made years ago. Bankruptcies, Canadian bankruptcies set to skyrocket. Surge in consumer proposals signals growing debt in Canada 5 years ago. Stop borrowing money. Canadians taking on too much debt. The dangers of excess debt and impact of rising interest rates 5 years ago. So, and what's happening and what's been happening with this is that people are making videos today about this. They're making a video about what I'm talking about 5 years ago, and they're getting the views, the revenue, the AdSense. They're getting everything handed to them, right? A lot of people are making these post diction videos, and it doesn't make any sense. We don't need to know this now. We need to know this years ago, so we wouldn't have this problem today. And that's what I'm not understanding. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it, and I just feel like I'm not part of this thing. You know what I mean? Mikey said it was coming. It's worse than that now. Simple example of inflation problems. 3 years ago, we saved about 2,000 every month. Now we just break even. Coming to America says, see, that's Amerifornia. And that's something we've been warning Americans about, Amerifornia. Right? So, the problem is, someone was telling me that these videos are not current and it's worse now. Hold on. If someone took attention to that, like if Joe Rogan said something about that, let's say, for example, then they probably would have ushered in steps or movements to actually stop this from happening. Because it was already in Hellraiser mode back in the day already. So we shouldn't be here today. It shouldn't be worse off than it was then, because it should have been fixed back then. Right? right? So that's what I want to talk about. That's what I want you guys to know, right? It's like, and this is what I'm not understanding is the post diction, right? Yeah, I live below the income in order to have extra cash. Yeah. So I call this Amerifornia, where America turns into California, right? California housing. So here it is here. Amerifornia. American housing to increase 40 to 100% in price in 2021. Amerifornia. And I was right. 40 to 100% increase. Top 2020. Amerifornia raging across America. Housing set to double in price. And after the Biden selection, right? American young adults still live with parents. Amerifornia is real. Affordability is done. Middle class under attack. Wake up, America. Amerifornia is here. Housing debt set to double. Chinese to take over Seattle housing market. Amerifornia is coming. Vancouver foreign buyers tax 6 years ago. American monthly mortgage payment explodes to $3,200 in Biden's Amerifornia is real. Chinese laundering billions of dollars into America, USA. Biden selection Amerifornia is real. And Wagons East, Amerifornia. Oh, this is an older video. This is like from 2015. Look at my suit, guys. I try to look presentable for you guys. This is a short I put up 11 days ago, but it's from 2015 or 2016 video. Sorry. Yeah, Wagons East. Blue State Exodus. China is destroying American middle class via housing affordability. San Francisco tech workers can afford homes. So there it is right there, folks. There it is right there. So someone saying, my 30-year-old niece had a heart attack. So sorry to hear that. Yeah, gold is rocketing, dollar is collapsing. Arizona is turning into California. We were calling it Arifornia. Yeah. Then there's Jersifornia. There's Mexifornia. There's what was it, Texifornia. We were just doing that. We were kind of like talking about that for a while now here on the channel. But anyways. Yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know. mikeinthenight.org goes to our playlist of episodes of Mike in the Night if you guys want to watch past episodes. I promise I'll put up an episode a week of older stuff, and I'll keep doing the show every Saturday and clipping it out for shorts for you guys. But I really appreciate everyone reaching out for like more content or more. I think what it is people are just they don't want to watch AI garbage. They don't want to watch they want to watch a human being and talk to a human being or listen to a human being talking to them and kind of trying to address what's going on or reading the comments and interacting with their people, right? I think what's going to happen, it's going to get to a point where people are going to want the truth or they're going to want somebody that's not in it for financial gain. They want somebody that's going to be involved, like with them to help them out, stuff like that. They're not going to want this whole new wave of people, right? So, anyways, I'm going to be opening here in a few minutes, folks. Yeah, sorry about the hear about the injuries. Yeah, me too. I'm sorry, but again, I'm on record going back. I was going on record going back before they even ruled anything out, and that was the video we made in February or March of 2020, where we were telling you that more people died of the cure than died of the Spanish influenza. Wink, wink. And we were already warning you guys about that. We were already telling you guys what was going to roll out and how it was going to roll out. And they're going to blame the un against the you know, causing the problems months before any other platform touched it. Months. So, anyways, guys, I just wanted to say hi. I just wanted to tell you guys I appreciate all the emails and the Instagram messages and Facebook messages and Skype messages and everybody wanting more content. And I don't know if there's a shift or a turn or something where there's a big shift coming. Governments are grasping at straws. Joe Rogan took a minute and a half of our monologue and went super viral on social media with it. But what are we gonna do, right? Yep, they're all called conspiracy theorists, and now there's pushing the measles. Yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys this Saturday. I'll be on Rumble, D Live. I'm just wondering which platforms I can still stream on. Rumble, D Live, and I'm on Twitch. And I'll see you guys this Saturday for Mike in the Night. And we'll have a good show again like we did. Our shows have been on fire. Mike in the Night's been on fire. We're getting bigger channels following us and taking their notes and kind of paraphrasing and kind of even reading the same headlines we are and everything, like actually connecting the dots like we do. Yes, Alan Howick, have a good day, buddy. You were on point. These guys knew it before it happened. Can't stand Rogan. I don't even watch him. I don't watch him either. I don't watch any of these people. I don't watch nothing. And people ask me, "Oh, Mike, you know this guy named he's on." He sends me a YouTube link. I'm like, I don't want to watch a YouTube link. I don't watch YouTube links. Why, Mike? Because they're allowed to say stuff we can't. So when someone's allowed to say something we can't, controlled opposition, 100%. And I told you guys how to check for controlled opposition. Go to the YouTube channel, see how old the channel is. And if they're doing flower videos and gardening videos for 10 years and then they decide to talk about stuff, controlled opposition. They were reached out to, like I was, 3 times. They're going to give me gift cards. They're going to promote my videos. But then I would have been on the hook for murder. I would have been on the hook for murder. And I'm grateful I'm not on the hook for murder. Very grateful. And I want to make that very clear. Yep. Anyways. Raven's in the house. God bless you too. Have a good day. Keep giving it to them, Mike Martins. Let them take it and run. What's that? I can't see that. Steven saying, and you were right 100%. It's not about being right. It's just about being here for each other, right? And it's about, I don't know. I just wanted to let you guys know that. I just wanted to. And I hope everyone's doing well out there. Really do. I really do. And we'll see you Saturday for Mike in the Night. If you guys want to join us, we'll be there. And I'm not as gloomy as like I'm actually in a pretty good mood when I'm doing Mike in the Night. And we're winding down the show. We're counting down the days left in 2024. We've been doing that since the first Mike in the Night of 2024. We've been counting down the days left in 2024. And yeah, we'll go from there. And I'll see you guys. Search for the truth. I'd be happy to call in this way. Yes, please call in. Search for the truth. Please call in and give us an update on what's happening in your surroundings. I would like to hear from you. You called into the show before, so yeah, call into the show. It's a call-in show. It's unbelievable how many Canadians are moving to other countries. Well, the problem with Canada is it's not for Canadians anymore. And I knew that long time ago. Like, I'm talking about in the 90s. I knew this already. And that's why I tried to live in Florida. I tried all kinds of stuff, man. I tried everything in my power to do everything I can. And you guys know those videos I made already about that. So anyways, guys, I got to go. I'm going to open the store. And I'll see you guys on Saturday. Mike Martin's here. I have spoken.